ready.
To me, my son!
Split the earth! Reach, creature!
I can't yet.
Brittle!
More time.
Okay guys, so we've made it to maps. We've cleared through the game and things are going pretty smooth. Gotta say, I figured some things out that are pretty good. I think so far. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. I'll give you a quick rundown on how it's working. So I bought this cheap two-hander for about 1 exalted orb. It's extremely strong, really good stats on it. You get 3 all melee skills, 24 int, and you don't need int often when you're playing a warrior. Causes 171% increased stun buildup, which is insane. So this is actually nuts because it allows you to just insta-stun enemies and then you can proc overpower really fast. And the rest of my gear is nothing crazy. It's just got this ring I bought for 1 exalt, bought this armor for 1 exalted orb. This is very good armor for the mid game. Pretty happy with this. That gives you everything you need. You need strength, you need int, you need chaos resistance. Damage recouped is life is just a bonus, and then it comes innate with spirit, which is just really juicy. So this is really good armor. I paid 1 exalted orb for this. I'm super happy with it. This is really good mid game armor. I think you probably could get something better later, but chaos res is really nice, and a bunch of strength and int for free is just really good on a cheap discount, right? Then I just found this helmet while I ran my first map. I think I found this too, which nothing crazy, just whatever amulet. Another ring with some int and some fire resist. Then I bought this shield for 1 exalted orb. This is a really juicy shield. It syncs up perfectly with your character, gives you max fire resist, plus fire resistance while on low life, and it regenerates 3.63% of your life per second. So this is really juicy when you're using blood magic. Because then you're not eating through your health bar as much when you're casting spells, but I'll get into that later. And then these boots, I think I just bought them for 1 exalted orb, so they're cheap. And then I found this belt as well. So I found this belt also. This belt's pretty decent, so that's just what I've been running. Again, chaos res. It's just really nice to get chaos res, and it's managed to get me up to, I got 83 fire, 75 cold, 76 lightning, and 39 chaos res. The reason I'm not capped on res is because I'm running Heat of the Forge. I haven't bothered to get the other 2 ascendancy points. I'll try and do that as soon as I can find. I haven't been getting any drops to get these ascendancy points, so I guess we'll see. Hopefully I get some Barrias soon, but yeah, that's been frustrating. But yeah, that's all I'm running for gear. Just whatever gloves, just some crappy gloves I found. They're not too bad, but they're nothing special. And this is all working fine so far. It feels really strong. As far as the skills go, I've got Detonate Dead on my fire spells on melee hit, and this is super strong because it just causes corpse explosion. I'm just running a low level one to keep the life cost low because it goes off so much, and then I'm running Ignition and Impetus on it. If I had 1 more slot on this to get 4, I would run Fire Exposure as well, because then you get the fire exposure on pops. I'll talk more about that later, why that's important. Mace Strike I'm not even really using anymore. Primarily using Earthquake, Magnifying Effect, Fist of War, and Martial Tempo. And then comboing with Bone Shatter and then Ancestral Call. This is really broken. Like the changes they've done for this, even just as it's set up now, it's so good, because you just slap down, the enemies get primed for stun, boom. Now, you could leap in to prime it for stun, but the problem is when you leap in, you might just die. Because jumping into a big pack of enemies on a juiced map is just like, it's like suicide, man. Like, you just get insta-stunned and you die. And that's why it's not a bad idea to run this Stone Charm. The Stone Charm is really going to help. So I would definitely recommend that. It seems like the changes they made with stun, if you don't have a Stone Charm on, man, you get fisted quick. So I would definitely not. But yeah, this is... not recommend playing without a Stone Charm, but this is good, because you can play on a juiced map safely. You just walk up, you just keep throwing down earthquakes as you go, and you can just kind of pop the enemies, right? So you just drop one, pop them, drop one, pop them. And I mean, obviously, you just have to set it up. If you were having trouble stunning enemies, then you'd have to swap in like overpower maybe, right? But the bonus stun build up makes it really easy to proc the stun build up, so that's really juicy. But Earth Shatter, Upheaval, and Rage Forged. Rage Forged I didn't even really need in there. I just kind of had an extra one, and that was just where I was storing it. But Upheaval is nice. So if your Hammer of Gods is on cooldown, you can just do 3 of these on a rare monster. Boom, pop him, and he just dies, right? Like it cleans him up fast. It's really strong. Infernal Cry, Premeditation, and Tireless. I got another spot in there. Again, I haven't even bothered to put a gem in there. I probably should have got around to it. And Perfect Strike, Window Opportunity, Concentrated Effect, Herald of Ash, Vitality, Cannibalism, and Deadly Herald. Leap Slam, Inspiration, and Holy Descent. Again, I have another one. I'm not even using a spot in there. Guess I just haven't got around to it. I have a ton of gems in my stash. But and then Hammer of Gods, I'm using Expanse, because the way they've changed Hammer of Gods around, this is really juicy. Because you build up stun, you pop your hammer, so like you gotta stun an enemy with one of these, or with your Earthquakes, get your stupid Valor, and then you can pop your Hammer of Gods. But when you pop your Hammer of Gods with Expanse on, that's specifically for mapping. It covers like the whole screen, right? And then it's got 8 seconds to cool down. Now this gem wasn't good before because Hammer of Gods had a cooldown, but now it doesn't have a cooldown. It just has to, you just have to get Valor, and because you're getting so much stuns off with this, I mean, you can use this sport gem, and it's actually amazing on it. It's really good. Then Fire Fusion, Searing Flame, Primal Armament. So just more Ignite Magnitude, obviously. So just straight damage. And then what you do when you go to fight a boss is you just swap Expanse into your Perfect Strike, right? And then you can do that, or you could swap it into wherever else, right? Depending on if you're using Perfect Strike over and over again. But most of the bosses have been just dying instantly with this setup, so yeah, it's been working really good. The ignite damage is really healthy, 10 to 16k per second, so yeah, it's pretty strong. It's been really good so far, so can't complain at all about this. The setup's working totally fine, and I just slapped it together. As far as the skill tree goes, picked up these 2 nodes. I'll get these other 2 right here on my next ascendancy points, so that's where I'm going to go next. Skill tree's just set up like this. Grabbed all this damage, grabbed this, come down here, grab the skill speed, grab the fire stuff right here, the burning enemies, came down here, grabbed all this. Now this is important, this is a split, so that's weapon set 1. So these 2 nodes are split. Come down here, I just threw a jewel in there, damage penetrates fire resistance, 1 rage on melee hit. Beef, grabbed that, grabbed blade catcher. The most efficient way to do it is probably to just pop over to here. I don't know why I went down and over. Oh yeah, because I was running these nodes before. If you look at the last video, that cultist hammer, that level 20 cultist hammer I was using, the roar cultist hammer is really strong for leveling, so I was running these nodes. But yeah, I'll probably, once I respec, I'll probably just get that node here and then go over and up and get rid of these 2. But came up here, grabbed Unbending. I want to grab these 2 nodes too, but I just don't have the couple of spare points. Maybe when I adjust this around, I'll take these points and just throw them down here. Because this is a really juicy node, the Stun Threshold and Elemental. Stun Threshold's really, like, really necessary, because getting stunned is so easy now. So Stun Threshold, grabbed Resolute Technique. And then I came down, and this is where I did my second split for weapon set 2 for boss damage. So for bosses, you just go in, just swap your weapons over to your second weapon set, and then boom, you'll have all of that right there. So that's how that works, right? So when you're gonna fight a boss, you just switch your stuff over. Then I came down here, grabbed the hammer stuff, came up here, grabbed Avatar of Fire, came up here and looped, came up and around. This node's not bad too. I thought about grabbing that one, but I just feel like I didn't need the stun threshold stuff, so I came up here, grabbed the fire res, grabbed Prism Guard, grabbed Blood Magic, stuck another jewel in here, and then I grabbed all this area effect stuff right here on weapon set 1, so that's split. Weapon set 1, and then weapon set 2. So that's all weapon set 2, so just more damage for bosses, right? So pretty juicy, hard to leave that there. I grabbed the strength because I needed it for running my hammer with Giant's Blood. I only got 320 strength, so just enough to run that hammer one-handed. Then I pathed down here, I had a couple of choices with the pathing here. I'll go over them, but I really wanted to get down here because I wanted these nodes, and then I just put these nodes on weapon set 2. I might run those on both weapon sets. I haven't decided yet. And then came down here. I grabbed all this area of effect stuff, and I'd like to path over here and grab this. So, because I think this is really juicy. I really want the attack speed. If I didn't go down this way, I was thinking about going up this way too to grab this stuff up here. But I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. I've got to rework this. But as it sits right now, this is really strong. I was coming down here because I was also thinking about grabbing polymathy so I could get a better hammer. But this hammer is like really good for cheap, right? 3 to all melee skills, and does pretty decent damage. Like this is a good hammer. So there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, that's how it's set up so far. Works really good. I've been just absolutely mopping up. I was clearing like juiced tier 3 maps, like no problem with this. So it's been really strong in the mid game, and it was really cheap to set up. Barely spent any currency to set this up. Maybe I'll buy some good stuff for it here soon, but I'm mostly just been trying everything out. I've ran into a couple of those rogue exiles while I've been playing, and I gotta say this setup works really good for them. Because the earthquake CCs them really nicely because they move around a lot. When you find a couple rogue exiles, you know what I'm talking about. They like to jump around a lot. So if you CC them with earthquake and then drop a hammer on them, they can't get away from you. So you know, you earth shatter them, stun them, CC them. You could perfect strike them. You know, you can hammer the gods, whatever you need to do. But yeah, this setup's been working really good for killing rogue exiles. So really happy with that. But what I was using too before I got this armor is I just bought this armor for like 1 Orga alchemy or something, whatever. I don't know. I just needed better armor and I didn't have any, and then I just seen this and thought I'd try it out. And this armor seemed like it worked totally fine for the campaign, so give you a bunch of life regen. It came with 2 sockets, so if you're gonna buy one, just buy one with 2 sockets. This one just came with them, so yeah, it was really cheap and it worked really just fine until I could get this one. So yeah, not bad armor for cheap. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's set up. If this helped you, you know, like the video, comment on the video, boost it in the algorithm. That'll help other people find it. If you got any questions, just throw a comment down below. I'll let you know when I get closer to the end game how this is shaping up. I've got a few little things that I'm still tinkering with here, so once I figure those out, I will post a video with nicer stuff, and I'll be doing a lot more damage, be a little higher level. Alright, thanks guys, I'll see you next time.